So I guess let's just do a little bit of sharing.
Yeah, if you're not finished, that's fine.
That's fine, yeah. So again, so I guess a couple things. We have, what do we have? We have half an hour, about 30 minutes left or so, but I know you want to do evaluations, right?
Yeah, you want to do paragraph frames, right?
And we want to do paragraph frames, so I want to get stuff in here, but also really great conversations were happening too, so I'd love to, stay the last 5-10 minutes as well, just to get some final thoughts out there too. So all to say, let's just see what, I may rush through some stuff.
Some people were asking, where do we get that RLA extended response from?
Okay.
Well, Elaine actually asked that.
Yeah.
So we're using this book, some of you might have.
Yeah.
It's Writing for the GED Test from New Readers Press. That's where we got it from.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
I
where
should
we
have,
took it
yeah.
from. That's where Sasha took it from.
Yeah. Okay, so what words did people come up with?
Here
One of these.
you. Sasha.
Oh, thank you. This table looked like you had some words. What word did you decide to use or focus
Get
on?
the mic. Get the mic.
Oh, get the
Yeah. Okay.
We use support.
Okay, great.
Well supported, to support, and supporting.
Okay, great. Okay, and did you come up with any sentences or anything that they could change or?
Oh, just kind of did the word.
No, great. Okay, okay, great. Okay. What about other words here? This group also came up with support. Oh, and there was some other. What was another form that I didn't hear there?
Yeah, give me the mic.
There were
Sorry.
6 uses.
Okay, go ahead. So I didn't even see support one. That would have been a great one for me to do, and I didn't.
There
So
were 6 uses.
Okay.
There are 2 in the first paragraph.
Could you read them out loud? Just.
Yes, supported of the, Winster's editorial is the better supported of the 2 arguments.
Okay.
Clemens makes claims without supporting them. In paragraph 2, I think it's the second sentence, to support this reason, she gives evidence. In paragraph 3, second line, Clemens's argument is based on unsupported personal opinions. And then the last paragraph, second line, let's see, gives sound reasons and is supported by facts and statistics.
Great.
And then Clemens's poorly supported blog post
Yeah.
is full of incomplete or incorrect information.
Okay.
So
Great. Yeah.
if you're going to write extended essays, you really have to support what you're writing.
You're right. Yeah. And that's an excellent. And it seems like too. And this would be a hard one for me. And I would need to go back to my grammar books too, because there'd be a lot of lessons on verbs here with supports, because a whole bunch of different ways it's using support. So that I do a verb lesson with that, really getting into it, and then also how it's used as verbs being used as adjectives, right? As in different ways. So maybe that's what I would focus on in those, pull those things. And again, I think we were talking here, I think you go to, you whatever you have available. So we're talking about what books are available. And sometimes I know as a teacher, or most of the time as a teacher, when I'm in the thick of things, I just grab what's there because you need something, and which should be fine. But maybe just having some awareness of like, okay, so I'm going to use this book to discuss about verbs and the different way verbs can be used, like we've used it in support here. Does that make sense? So it's not just handing them a book saying, oh, here's about verbs, but it's, okay, how can we do that, what you just learned here and what we just like, support, it's used in so many different ways. What does this mean? Then go back to a grammar book. So there are ways, too, to use the resources that are already available, but just with more awareness. I think that's my big thing, is just not to just hand a book and say, here, figure it out, but how does this help you become more aware of language? Okay. Any other words that we got support? Anything? Yeah.
We had suit.
Okay.
Suit.
Suitable.
Oh, you need the mic. There we go.
We had the word suit.
Oh, great. I didn't even see that
And
one.
we came up with about 10 different
Wow.
ways to use it.
Can you give some? So where do you first see
Oh, we
suit?
see, in the 3rd paragraph, the last sentence. I
Okay.
think that's the only time we see it.
Oh, okay. So
For-
great. Yeah.
Call 'em out.
Clip. So read the whole sentence for us, just so we can see. Yeah.
Can you
Great.
put the mic just up closer?
Clemens concludes by saying that the high cost and the quality of the light from LED bulbs make them unsuitable for his home and workplace.
Okay. Great. And so what'd you do with that?
We did suit, suitor, countersuit, nouns, verbs, suits, suited, suiting, adjectives, well-suited, ill-suited, suitable, unsuitable,
Wow. Okay.
adverb, suitably. A little
Suitably.
stretch.
Yeah. No. Okay. That would be. And a lot. No, it's good. And a lot of times, and I can't. this where the internet, I think, is going to be your best friend. It was always because I just didn't know if words were words. And that, for me, then, as an instructor, it's like, I didn't know that's a word. Or can you make that? I mean, I enrich my own vocabulary a lot because you just don't know what. So go when you're doing this, too. Don't expect that you're supposed to know. I think in all the exercises I did, I'm like, is that a word? I'd go to the internet and look it up and see. If I didn't know the word, I'd go to the internet and sometimes just put that word in the Google search and see what sentences came out with it to give me ideas of how to use that sentence, how to use the word in a sentence. So it was, so don't that you're going to sit down and you're going to figure out how to do this all. Go to your resources. It's education, too, for yourselves and for grammar. That can be fun, and it's hard. I mean, I just want to put it out there, too. It's hard. It's difficult. Again, it's worth doing, I think. Anything else? But that was a great example. Did anyone else come up with sentences or anything like that, or go that second phase, or any ideas about any thinking about how you might do that? Or you going to get the general idea? Okay, you got the general idea. Okay, so that's that with the vocabulary. I guess just a couple things. What else was I going to do here? Okay, and just real quick, what we call sentence or paragraph frames.
Oh, can I just say something?
Yeah,
real
go.
quick? So one of the things that I liked about Sasha's handout, I guess it's handout number 3.
In different orders, yeah.
Right? So, that piece where she pulled that piece about applying for scholarships. This is pretty cool, right? Because this is what the students, if they're going to college, are going to look at, right? So she went on, I guess, the internet and pulled this off of a web.
Yeah,
No?
like 1 o'clock in the morning, just pulled off whatever I could. It was one of
Sure.
those nights.
So what could be some other? So this is about scholarships, and this is from like an application to apply for a scholarship for college. What could be some other things that you might pull from that might help your students in the future that they might see? Application for a job. Good.
That would be excellent. Yeah, and then please say, I want to apply for this job because da-da-da. On my application, you will find excellent, as a way to do that.
So you could find a sample application online and pull that into your lesson, right?
Right.
What's another
Excellent,
thing,
yeah.
real quick?
What about,
Directions you might see at a workplace, how to do something
Right.
from a manual.
So an excerpt from an employee manual and directions on how to do something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great. And you can Google that stuff, and you can find that stuff pretty easily.
yeah, exactly, yeah, but that's a great, I didn't even think about that, especially with your audience and your particular students. Yeah, think about, this is an idea to think about what it is they need, or if they need to write letters to communicate with teachers, or permission slips, or something like that, too. Applications, I'm trying to think with your population. Apply seems to be the word of the day, then yes, okay, so with application, please find in my, well-written application that I am blah, blah, blah. Okay. Say it again?
Jury summons, there's a lot of weird vocabulary.
Okay, there we go, jury summons.
So she was talking about jury summons. There's a lot of weird vocabulary in jury summonses. Hopefully your students won't, well, I don't know, get one.